Hey everyone, it's your body code practitioner out here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Just wanted to do a video on muscle testing. I know everyone has, those of you who are, maybe you've been doing emotion code for a while, or maybe you do some other form of energy healing, or maybe you're a chiropractor, whatever you do. I know muscle testing is somewhat incorporated in your work. Otherwise, the results or the positive symptoms that you're expecting from a client don't come out as well. Everything kind of hinges on intuition and muscle testing. Now, Dr. Brad said that muscle testing is sort of the training wheels of your intuition. I mean, in fact, I know one of his daughters doesn't even use muscle testing. She can just ask her body, is it left or right? When she's going through the body code diagrams, she'll go left or right or left, left or right, left or right, and she's not even using her fingers. So there's even some points where Dr. Brad says when he's on fire or when he's talking to a lot of clients back to back to back, what will happen is he stops, his intuition starts telling him where to go. I have some instances, this isn't all the time, where when I'm working with someone, I will see a flash card, almost like boom, like some acupuncture meridian, or spiritual to physical disconnection. Sort of a slide will show up like in my head just for a quick second, and me being skeptical, I'm always like, is that what it is, or is there something else? So I always muscle. I'm like, well, I saw a photo of something. Let me see if that's the case. And I'll go through the body code one by one. I'm like, oh, it is the case. And that's just me. I haven't gotten to the point where I fully trust it yet. But if I do see something kind of pop up in my mind, I'm gonna ask if that's the real thing. But what we're talking about here is that I have another video about like how to muscle test, and I talk about different kinds, the Han Solo, the Han Solo one, or the ring and ring method, or the sway test. There's all these different types of that you can find in other videos. What I'm trying to do here is I want to make a specific video on how you can improve your muscle testing to have better results with your clients. And so I want to tell you 10 different things. Okay, so the first thing is practice. I mean, obviously, makes sense, right? Practice. But not just any practice. What I would do is I would take about maybe like 90, I would say maybe 90, actually no, let's do 30. 30 from morning, lunch, and dinner. So 30 different tests of yes or no answers. My name is Emmanuel, yes. I'm 32 years old. But I was like, no, sorry, you're older than that, buddy. But you know what I'm saying, right? So you can do basically 10 different tests per meal. And so, actually, I'm sorry, 30 tests, wow, 30 tests per meal, which actually totals to 90 tests per day. And then if you do that for 2 weeks consistently, and let's say you rip up that piece of paper Monday, get a new piece of paper and put 30 new things on there of yes and no, true, false, 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 true, strong, false. And obviously you know the answer. At first you may think, this is my mind doing this, Emmanuel, what are you doing? But actually your body's saying, what are you trying to use here? Oh, your intuition. And you're like kind of like exercising your intuition for the next 2 weeks straight. And every meal, you finish your meal, you're like, okay, cool, let's take out the list, and then maybe fold the paper of what's the truth of it or not, and muscle test, is that a yes answer, no? Is it yes? Is it a no? Okay, good. That's one test. And then you're just going through it 30 times during each meal. So that's the first thing. For 2 weeks, be consistent with doing 90 tests a day, basically 30 times a meal. That's the first thing, practice. Number 2 is pendulum correction. What I mean by that is that maybe you can use a pendulum or some other form of muscle testing that you do like. I actually, for those of you who don't know this, I actually use 2 forms. I use the ring and ring method, but I also use this type as well, and I also use this. For example, this I use usually with the ages. I use this with the ages. Finding where I need to go, I actually use this. So I use actually 2. Those are the 2 ones that I liked. You may have 2 of them that you like, but whatever it is, you can always use the pendulum. I've had a lot of practitioners who say the pendulum seems to work for me, And what you could do is you can muscle test and say, is this column A, column B, is even odd? Oh, look, it's sadness. And I could be like, let me see if I find it in the pendulum. Look, there's column B. And there's sadness. Okay, cool. Okay, got it. Okay. And what will happen is if you keep doing that over and over again, you can one day just not pick up the pendulum and then just do it without it. And then you'll know, or you can maybe not do this one and just use the pendulum, and see if you're getting results. And here's the third one, which actually matches with the second one, is always look for pain. Pain is a really, really big one that you want to work on because it's very distinguishable. You can actually someone can actually notice something. So if you really want to boost your confidence in regards to muscle testing, yes, depression, anxiety, all those different things are really great. But look for pain, because if you look for pain, it's something they can actually feel. For those of you who are my clients of my own, you guys notice that I always ask the first session, hey, is there any area that you feel pain? Shoulders, neck, lower back, things like that. The reason why is because I want you to actually feel what energy healing feels like. So yeah, you may feel calm, relaxed. I'm looking for pain going down, especially if it's annoying pain, like an 8 or a 9. Those are my favorite to bring down. If it's going down, guess what? Your muscle testing is getting what? It's getting better. So when I first got started, I was always like honing in on pain, because I was trying to get more confidence in muscle testing. And if it went down, I'm doing a good job. If not, time for me to start doing my 90 a day again, to see if what I can find. So number 3 is look for pain. Every other, and a lot of people go, but Emmanuel, my clients don't have pain. Really, that means you're not asking the right question. I would probably say something to the extent of, can you please stand up, move around real quick, move your shoulders, move your neck. I tell them to move, because once they move, they'll realize, wait a minute, my right shoulder is kind of tense, So always look for pain. Trust me, everyone's got somewhere where they would like a massage in their body, So that's number 3, look for pain. Number 4 is don't stick with one method. Like I said, don't be like, oh, don't ever say, I wish I could learn this one, because you never know. You may end up being this person here using the Han Solo one. Just don't commit to anything. Don't put a wedding ring on your specific muscle testing that you think this is the one. Don't do that. Just say whichever one my body likes, so it is, and even the weird ones, like people do stuff with their tongue. I mean, there's all these different types of ones. Just look up Google muscle testing to see all the different types, maybe see some videos, and just try them all. And then whichever one you like, you might not like it 2 months from now. The one you don't like right now, you might be like, man, I love this now. So I've seen a lot of different changes. So just don't stay committed to one. Just kind of like look around and just see which one you like at that moment and keep using that. Number 5, do a body code session. Have someone that was willing to do a body code session with you and help you and say, I am using my highest intuition for the best, for proficient muscle testing. That's a really good statement, a good attunement session. And your body code practitioner can say, I wonder how much you believe in that. Is it 100%, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50? And find out the percentage of how much your body believes in that statement of, I'm using my highest intuition for proficient muscle testing, and then move it to 100%. So that's number 5. Number 6 is finesse, not pressure. So a lot of people are like really pulling on their fingers, like, is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it an A? Is it a B? Their fingers are turning red, by the end of the day. You just want to make sure, like, it's almost like you're, I love the way Dr. Brad says this, you want to like you're holding the wing of a ladybug. Like, you wouldn't really push too hard or push too light, or if you're barely picking up a dollar bill, like you're just like barely touching it, So that's, I like the ladybug example, because obviously we would be very tender with it. So instead of pushing so hard, let's say you're still holding the ladybug, right? You'd probably be very light about it, This is a yes, this is a no, this is a yes. You're just thinking about that ladybug, not pushing too hard. So it's all about finesse, not about force, okay? So keep kind of, if you have to put that on a piece of paper on your desk, finesse, not force. Whatever you need to do, I think that's really, really important. Number 7, work on yourself. You probably have pain that you're dealing with. Why don't you work on yourself? Say, oh, my left lower back. If your pain goes down, guess what? You're doing better in muscle testing. So besides working on other people, work on yourself. What other physical pain are you dealing with? Every day it's different. Sometimes I have neck pain. I'm like, I wonder if it's trapped emotions. I'm like, oh, today is lower back. Like 2 days later, my lower back feels kind of hurt. I wonder if it's trapped emotions. So you can also work on yourself with pain. That's number 7. Number 8, I want you to put this somewhere plastered on your wall. Anything can cause anything. So it's very, very important, that idea of anything in your mind, you're thinking like, I wonder if this has to do with sadness. It's like we're already kind of like, we have preconceived notions. It's almost like you need your mind to be completely blank and say, you know what? Anything can cause anything. At least 4 or 5 times a day, whenever I work with someone new and they're going like, I have acne, or I have this, I'm like, anything can cause anything, For example, I knew a lady who had a stroke in her eye. Her left eye went blind, and she was having pain behind it, right? So then the doctor told her, oh, it has to do with these, maybe the vessels back there or the nerves behind the eye that's causing you pain, right? And then I'm like, yeah, technically I could have worked on and said, are there any trapped emotions affecting the nerves in the eye, right? But I didn't do that. I said, what's causing that pain in your eye? I'm like, anything can cause anything, So I just went in there, and guess what it was? Pineal gland. The pineal gland was imbalanced. The spirit of the pineal gland was sticking out from the physical. And so what that did was that the pineal gland wasn't functioning properly. And guess what the symptoms of pineal gland are vision problems and eye pain, So that's anything can cause anything. The ninth thing is hidden. If there's anything hidden, is there a hidden trapped emotion? Is there a hidden inherited emotion, a hidden heart wall? I always ask for hidden. Sometimes the pain will actually really go down if you just ask, I'm working on trapped emotions. So like, oh, I went from a 9 to a 5. Like, are there any hidden trapped emotions here? Oh, look, there are. Is there another hidden one? Oh, there is. There's another one. Oh, look, there were 3 hidden trapped emotions. 2 of them were regular and one of them was inherited. So you might want to ask, sometimes your body hides things, and so you want to ask, is there something hidden here? And maybe that's the thing that'll unlock you. Maybe you're a great muscle tester, but sometimes you just forget to ask, is there something hidden here? And that's the one that, boom, just like totally topples it over. And the last thing is, if you're having issues too, you might want to make sure you always stay hydrated, drink lots of water. And you also want to ask if there's any misalignment. You can always swipe your head and just say, if there's any neck misalignment that I have, I have the intention to align it back into place. You can do that, and then start muscle testing again. And so drink water and then check if there's any misalignments. If you're someone who's like, I can't get anything, it might be you're dehydrated. It may be misalignment, and then you might be like, but I drink lots of water. Like, what kind of water is it? Is it good water? Do you have regular bottled water, or sometimes you might need to spike it up and have some higher pH water, and like maybe a 7.0, 8.0, maybe 3 times a week, just to kind of like add more alkalinity to your body, because your body is basically flushing out all the water that it's not really using, so you're technically still dehydrated. Things like that. Or maybe you can work with a body code practitioner and be like, is there something in your body that's not absorbing water? There's almost like 3 levels of water too. There's are you drinking enough? Are you drinking the right kind? And then is your body actually absorbing it? So you could have maybe one of those issues too. So anyway, those are 10 tips there. Number 1 is practice, right? Remember the 90 a day for 2 weeks. Number 2 is pendulum correction. Check with the pendulum, or another muscle testing method, and then drop the pendulum for a day, and then just do just one and see if your results are a lot better. Look for pain. That's number 3. Number 4, don't stick to one method. Don't be married to it. Just be like, yeah, let's see which one I like for today. I might like this one more. The next day I might like that one. Don't get, I need to learn this one because I would love to. Don't do that. Just go ahead and try anything. Number 5, do a body code session with your practitioner. Maybe that's a very good statement. I'm using my highest intuition for proficient muscle testing. Have him check the percentage on that. Number 6 is finesse, not pressure. Picture a little ladybug. Don't push too hard, just the ladybug thing. Another thing is working on yourself. Pain. Is there any pain that I'm getting? Trust me, we probably have 2 or 3 times a week where we're dealing with pain. It could just be trapped emotions. That's a perfect opportunity for you to use the emotion code on yourself. Also, use that statement everywhere. Have it somewhere. Anything can cause anything. Like, get rid of all your preconceived notions. Just be like, yeah, it could be anger. Inherited. It could be inherited anger. Just kind of have that. It could be. It could be. It could be. If you do that, then you'll have better muscle testing because you're technically connected to that person. You see, and so you don't want to have any preconceived notions or force it with your mind. Number 9 is ask for hidden. The last thing is drink water and misalignment. If you have really a lot of issues, there could be a water issue, it could be a misalignment issue. So hopefully that helps you out. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Those are for those energy healers that use muscle testing a lot. These are what's really worked for me. I always work on these if I have any problems. And the better muscle testing, the better results, the happier your clients. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Again, feel free to comment below. Feel free to, if this is YouTube, feel free to subscribe if you're looking for more videos in regards to energy healing. And hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll be in touch soon. Take care. Bye-bye.